Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So as you can guess from the title, today's video is going to be a full face of nude makeup. And when I say a full face, like emphasis on the full face of nude makeup, I mean it. So today we're actually going to put all of the nude makeup on my face, or as much as I possibly can, because I have quite a few blushes, I have quite a few bronzers. We got a lot of makeup in front of me, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. So let's start, I guess. Just let's start. So if you're wondering, yes, my plants don't have a pot. Translation? Pot? Yeah, because I have to go to IKEA, and I'm actually one of those Capricorns that procrastinates a hell of a lot. So yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. So I'm gonna start by applying the Holika aloe vera soothing gel. This is 99% aloe vera whatsoever. It's quite hydrating, and it's kind of sticky at the same time, so it forms kind of a good base for the makeup. And it's quite hydrating as well. I've also noticed that by using this product, well, I'm not sure if it's due to this product, let's be honest, but I've noticed that lately my redness is a lot less harsh than it used to be, so that's always nice. Okay, so we have somewhat of a hydrating moisturizer situation on, and then I actually want to go to primer. So the primer that I'm going to use today is the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Pro Filtr Hydrating Primer, and it looks like this. So this is a new primer in my collection. I actually purchased this because Fenty Beauty had like a minus 25% off on their website, and one of those things was like a bundle with the hydrating foundation that I also have in front of me. And it also came with a sponge and this primer, and I was like, you know what, that looks really nice. But I've actually used this quite a few times now, and I actually quite like it. It's definitely what they describe as a soft silk on the face. It's quite it's hydrating, but it seems to smooth out the skin as well. It's a very weird feeling, and at the same time it also has a little bit of a stick to it, so the foundation adheres quite nicely. And then I just rub it into the face. So primer done, I'm actually going to put a foundation on right now, and I have two new foundations in my collection. I'm actually doubting between the Fenty one or the Essence one, but I think I'm gonna go for the Fenty one because I have tried the Essence one a few times already, and I haven't tried this one properly yet. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Hydrating Foundation, and I have the shade 130. I don't know how much to apply, and I don't know. Oh, this is really yellow. This is straight up yellow actually. And I'm gonna take my brush, and we're just gonna blend this out. I don't know, well, I'm gonna do one side of my face with a brush, and then the other side of my face we're gonna do with a sponge. First thoughts, this is not really my shade. Then I'm gonna take the Fenty sponge, and I'm actually gonna do the other side of my face. Okay, I think this sponge soaks up almost everything and makes it even more patchy. This is weird. I'm gonna take my brush again. From what I can see, it also dries down very, very fast. So that's also not really something that I necessarily like. Okay. This is not going great. I literally look yellow. Like, I don't look orange, I look yellow, and you can tell, and it looks horrible. In terms of formula, I can see that it has a sheen, and in some places of my face it looks quite nice, but in others, like my T-zone, it looks extremely dry. So hydrating, I'm not sure about that yet. That's the foundation. Let's continue with concealer because I gotta save this yellow mess. So new concealer in my collection is the E.L.F Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. It looks like this. I have the shade Light Ivory. So let's apply this everywhere. So these are the areas where I want to apply it. So I'm gonna first blend it out on the forehead. So what I can tell you so far is that it definitely has a fair bit of coverage. Like it's definitely high coverage, but it looks quite hydrating underneath my eyes, and it doesn't emphasize any dryness that I have around my eyes, which is usually difficult to do, but it actually looks quite nice in my opinion. So I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to set some areas of my face with my Hourglass Filtr Translucent Setting Powder, as always. Okay, so now that I have my base done and I've set my face as well, I actually want to continue with eyes before I do bronzer and everything like that. So for eyes, I have 4 new eyeshadow palettes, and I know you're thinking that's a lot. But actually, I have these 3 mini ones from E.L.F, and I think they are so cute. So these are their bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, and they each have 4 eyeshadows, so it's like a really mini kind of palette. And I don't know how to say this, so I'm really sorry about that. I have Ahey. So we have this one. Then we have this one, which is called Hot Jalapeno. So this is Very Bad, which is also really, really pretty in my opinion. I think I'm gonna play with the Very Bad one. So I'm gonna create a very simple eyeshadow look very quickly, and then I'll give you my thoughts on these beautiful mini palettes. Also, something in the eyeshadow department is this Beauty Bay Liquid Crystal eyeshadow in the shade Selenite. So it looks like this. Basically almost like a clear eyeshadow topper, but I actually quite liked this. I like eyeshadow toppers, I don't know why, I just like them very much. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into the eyeshadow look. I actually love them so much, but everything is going to look better once I've finished up the entire face. So let's do that, shall we? I don't know if I press record. This always happens to me. So for bronzer, I actually have 3 bronzers. Three. Heard that right. 3 new bronzers in my collection. So I have this one. This is the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder, and it looks like that. And this is the shade Ambra. Then slightly more affordable, I have the Revolution Reloaded bronzer in the shade Holiday Romance, also really pretty. And it seems to have a beautiful slight sheen. The Nabla one also seems to have like a little bit of a sheen, so I love that. And then finally also some new makeup in my collection is actually my first Charlotte Tilbury product, so very exciting. This is her airbrush bronzer, and I have the shade Fair/Pale. Yeah, because I've already reviewed this product on my vlog. I know it's new makeup, but you know, I'm not going to use this today. And because I'm gonna do a video on the new Miami Lights collection by Nabla, I'm also not going to use this one today. So that leaves me with the Revolution Reloaded bronzer, and I'm gonna use my new brush for this, which is amazing by the way. This is the Nabla Chic Shaper brush. I'm just gonna dip in a few times and we're gonna apply this to the face. Wow! I like this. Let's apply some on the nose. First impressions on this bronzer, I love it. Wow, really nice. Seems to give, like, again, a slight sheen to the face, which is really, really beautiful. Let me grab my wig mirror. I'll have to see how the color looks when I'm actually wearing my normal, like, foundation shade. But on this foundation, it looks really beautiful. It blended really nicely. It didn't take me too long to blend it, actually. I'll keep on testing this because I actually quite like the effect it gives on my skin. So wow, I like this a lot. Now for blush. We have a lot of blush. I've got to be honest, we have a lot of blush. So I have the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream blush in the shade Rosé Latte. I think this will suit the eye look really, really nicely. So this is definitely an option for this look. Then we have the NUDESTIX Nudies Matte in the shade Salty Siren, which looks like this. And I feel like that could be potentially a beautiful shade as well, but maybe a little bit too pinky peach. So I'm not sure about that. And we have two E.L.F products actually. We have the E.L.F Primer Infused Blush in Always Peachy, which looks like this. And I feel like maybe a little bit too orange for this look, but I feel like it could work, you know? Nah, it's a little bit too peachy for this look. Then the other E.L.F product is this monochromatic multi-stick, and I have the shade Glimmering Guava. This is meant as a, I don't know, as what are you meant? As a multi-stick. So I guess eyes, lips, face, the entire... That's literally E.L.F. Eyes, lips, face. E.L.F? Yeah. Oh wow. Not too sure about this particular shade with this look. I feel like it might be a little bit too pink for this, even though it's a pink look. And then finally, I also have the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Finish Glow Powder. So this is actually meant as a highlighter, but when I look at this, in no way is this a highlighter. This is blush in my opinion. So this is the shade Independence, and I feel like this could suit the look as well. But again, I'm probably going to use this in the Miami Lights collection video, so we're not doing that. Personally, I think I'm going to go with this one, and even though this shade looks so dark, it's actually quite a nice sheer and buildable shade. It's not sheer as in dig your brush in this and then just apply it, you see nothing. It's not like that. But it's sheer in the sense that it blends out really, really nicely. Like it blends out in a way that it looks natural on the skin. I already had Petal Popping, but I found that shade to be a little bit, it was a very trendy blush, you know, like that vibrant pinky peach. It was a very trendy blush, but I feel like I'm more drawn to these type of blushes, like neutral, brownie, reddish kind of, you know, rusty tones. So let's use this. This is also a new brush. This is the E.L.F small stipple brush. Apply this to the face. I've got to be a little bit careful with this right now. And then I also like to apply quite a bit on the nose. This is just, I love this. Okay, I love blush on the nose. So yeah, I've not been the biggest fan of highlighters, like powder highlighters. I also have a lot of them in my collection. I think about 7 or something like that, which is not a lot to some people, but it's a lot to me, especially knowing that it takes years to even pan them to reach the bottom of it. So I was like, you know what, highlighter, I'm not gonna invest my money into it anymore unless it's like a creamy one. So I'm gonna go without highlighter, I think, today. You know what, no, I'm gonna take an old one. Okay, so I took an old cream highlighter out of my collection. This is the Nabla Glowy Skin Stick, if I remember correctly, in the shade Beige Mirage. I'm taking my finger and we're just gonna pat this into the skin. Beautiful! Anyway, so that is, I think that's the base done. So before I apply mascara and before I apply lipstick, I'm actually going to refresh the makeup a little bit, and I'm gonna do that with a new face mist, and this is the Catrice Summer Glow Makeup Setting Mist. It looks like this. In my opinion, super cute. I love this Bordeaux reddish cap. That's a weird smell. Then moving on to lipstick, and in particular lip gloss. But I have one lipstick actually. So these are the new lip products that I have. So actually first one that I have is the E.L.F sheer lipstick, and I have the shade Orange Crush. I don't think we're gonna use this today, so I'll keep it for another video. And then we have the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeleine, or Madeleine. We say Madeleine. Madeleine. It's this one. I think this would go well with the eye look, but it's very sheer. And then I have 2 of the Nabla Shine Theory lip glosses. I have the shade District, this one, and the shade Champagne Supernova. I tried this one once. I think when I got it, put it on my lips very quickly. I love it. But this is also the Miami Lights collection, so I'm gonna keep that for that video. So I think for today I'm just gonna apply the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeleine because it looks absolutely stunning. Seems to fit the thing. So I'm actually going to line my lips first with this Catrice long lasting lip pencil in the shade Ahey, Macademia Ahey. And I'm going to apply the NUDESTIX Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Tai Tai. And then I'm going to put the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeleine on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So quick roundup of the products that I use today. So the Holika Soothing Gel, kind of nice. Seems like I need to try it a little bit more, but it hydrated my skin really nicely. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Hydrating Primer Soft Silk something. This was also really nice. I really like, I don't like the smell, but I do like the feeling of this primer on my skin, and it seemed to hydrate it a little bit more. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I'm not sure what to think of this. First of all, shade is obviously way too dark. So yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of this foundation as of now. I'll continue to test it out and let you guys know my thoughts in the future about this foundation. And see if I can make it work, basically. And the E.L.F Camo Concealer, the hydrating one. As far as I can tell, I really enjoy this concealer. The shade isn't too light or not too dark, so it seems to be really nice. I'll continue to test it out obviously, but for now I actually really like this concealer. It seems to have a really nice satin kind of finish, not too dewy, not too matte, and I like that. Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in the shade Holiday Romance, in my opinion, is so beautiful, but I have to be honest, it looks really nice. I love the way that my bronzer looks right now, and I think it's a beautiful bronzer. So love that for me. This is actually such a beautiful blush shade. I already knew that I was going to like the formula because I had Petal Popping before, but this is definitely a shade that I love so much. It's so beautiful in the skin, and it gives like that I've been sun-kissed. The E.L.F Bite Size Eyeshadow Quads, I love very bad. I love this look that I have on today. The shades were very easy to blend, so that's always a nice one. Especially this dark shade was also really easy to blend, so that's amazing in my opinion. I love this shimmer shade that I have on right now, and especially in conjunction with the Beauty Bay Liquid Crystal Eyeshadow. This combo is beautiful. I love the eyeshadow look I have on today. So yeah, I'll continue to use this, but for now I actually love this one. The Liquid Crystal Eyeshadow is a little bit streaky, a little bit watery, and I would recommend like applying a little bit onto the eyes and then tapping it out with a finger, because I feel like that will give you the most topper-like finish, and it will not be as streaky as it can be when you just draw it on your eyelid. Then the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeleine. As you guys know, I've loved the shade Tiramisu. I actually love the shade of this one a lot because it's like a light brown, and it really complements the lip combo that I put on. Sungasm Summer Glow Makeup Setting Mist. It's limited edition. Stop doing that. Bring back my Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I feel like it did set everything in place, and I really like that. So that, guys, concludes today's video. I hope you liked this full face of new makeup. Let me know what you think of this look, what you think of the new products in my collection. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!